Hello guys, how you doing? I hope that you're fine.
Hello,
This
this is
is
Ralph
Ralph
Valentino
Valentino
for
for
Self
Self to
Polyglot.
Polyglot. Today I really wanted to do this little video. It's not going to be long. The video is going to be a very short video in which I am going to explain something that is very important when it comes to language learning, especially English or languages in general. Linguistically speaking, somebody asked me 2 days ago what's the difference between two tenses in English. You know, in English, there's a difference between tenses and times, right? Generally, in English, when you take the verbs, there are two, three times, whereas there are over 29 tenses in English. So there are a lot of tenses in English. Even though that in French there are even more, in Spanish a lot more, in Portuguese a lot more, in Italian a lot more. So English literally has over 29 tenses. So the tenses that I'm going to cover today are two tenses that are a little bit they're distinct from each other. The first tense is the present perfect tense. Okay, it could be simple or progressive or continuous. And the second one is past perfect tense. Past perfect tense could be simple or continuous. What's the difference between these two tenses? These two tenses are you can add simple past into the list. They literally they literally refer to things that happened in the past in English. In French, Spanish, and Portuguese, almost the same thing. Um, Basically, in English, we use the present perfect tense, the present perfect, what we say in French, passé composé, which is they have the same usage. It is used in English to talk about something that happened in the past, but you don't know when it happened, or it's not important. It's not that important. It's not necessary. It's not irrelevant to the communication. Okay, so you use the present perfect tense, especially simple. For example, if I say I saw my father, I should it would be better just to put the time expression: yesterday, the day before yesterday, last month, last year, etc. Whereas if I say I have seen my father, maybe the time is not important. It's not that important. Maybe I don't know. Maybe it's not relevant to the it's irrelevant to the communication. It's not relevant to the thing that we are discussing right now. So you see, one of the most important usages of present perfect tense in English is to talk about something that happened in the past at an indefinite time in the past, right? For example, I have seen your father. I have seen your father. It has to do with the past, but nevertheless, um, I, um, I want to give that information, but it's not the date, the time it happened. It's not that important, or I don't know it. I ignore the time expression. So you use the present perfect tense, especially simple present perfect tense in English. Okay, and whereas the past perfect tense is a very tricky tense, that people don't use this tense a lot, but especially when you're writing like essays or when you're talking about um, great things in English, um, things that take narratives, things that take a long time to elaborate, in the past, what happened. Basically, in English, we use the past perfect. In Spanish, the same thing. In Portuguese and in French, it's the same thing. We use the past perfect to talk about an action or state, something at a that happened before the action in the past, right? Suppose that two things happened in the past, right? Two things happened in the past. Now, as a writer, as a communicator, to me, it seems that it's important to talk to give a chronological order of these actions, of these events. So if I'm going to give order to them, these two actions, I'm going to give one is going to be in past perfect tense, which is the one that happened before, Okay, the earlier action or event, and the one that happened after. Basically, in English, you're gonna use the um, the simple past, right? Let's take an example. I have eaten when she arrived. I have eaten. I have already eaten. Or I have already eaten when she arrived. You see, I have eaten as completed. Then she arrived, right? So, and there's going to be a difference between the past perfect tense here, simple, and the past perfect progressive tense. If I say, I have, I had been eaten when she arrived, that means she, she have just gotten into the process of eating. When she got there, I was just, I have just finished eating. Okay? So you use the past perfect progressive tense, something that has just happened. Okay, something that was just in the process of happening. Whereas if you use the past perfect simple tense, it has to do something that it completed in the past. Okay, it's completed. It's totally irrelevant to the time. Okay, and I'm going to report it to you guys, to the listener, and I have to use the past perfect tense and present perfect tense, simple and progressive tense in English. I think that I'm gonna have future videos in which I'm gonna give uh, um, many more pieces of information based on these two tenses in English. I have to cover though every single tense in English because they are very important, especially for the English class. And I hope that this little lesson has uh, given you a lot of, um, I would say, information, a lot of pieces of information needed whenever you're going to write something, you're going to talk, you'd like to narrate something in the past, and you don't know which tense to use, whether you have to use past perfect, present perfect tense, simple or progressive. So, thank you so much, guys, for having me here on the YouTube channel Self-Taught Polyglot. And it's a pleasure for me to be with you guys. I hope to see you in the next video, Self-Taught Polyglot, where I'm going to go in great depth into these issues. Okay, so I hope that you're fine, and subscribe to my YouTube channel Self-Taught Polyglot on YouTube and Easy Haitian Creole, just for you to learn Haitian Creole from scratch and from the street. Okay, with me. All right, take care. See you next time.